To write an equation of a line, you can use the point-slope formula. And this formula states that if you have an equation with slope m that contains a point x1, y1, then we use the formula y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. When you're trying to find a linear equation that is either parallel or perpendicular to a given line, you will approach it in the same way. First, find the slope of the line given. You need to know what the slope is that you're given. And then second, if you're looking for a line that's parallel, keep the slope of the line that you just found. If you need your line to be perpendicular, you want to take the slope that you have, flip it, and change the sign. Finally, using the point you're given and the slope from part 2, plug them into the point-slope formula and solve for y. So we're going to find a line that's parallel to y equals 2x plus 3 that goes through the point 3, 1. So we need to find out what the slope is of this line, and since it's already solved for y, it is in y equals mx plus b form. So our slope m is right here, which is 2. So our slope is 2, and since we need our slope to be parallel to this line, we're going to use the same slope, 2. Now we're going to plug it into our point-slope formula using 3, 1, and 2, and we're going to get y minus 1 equals 2, x minus 3. Now we're going to distribute the 2 across. Y minus 1 equals 2x minus 6. And then get y by itself, we're going to add 1 to both sides. And we're going to get y equals 2x minus 5. And this linear equation is parallel to our original linear equation that goes through the point 3, 1. Now let's do it again. We're going to find a line that's parallel to 5x plus 2y equals 1, and it's going to go through the point -2, -3. So we got to get the slope of this line, and it's not in y equals mx plus b form, so we're going to get it into that form. So we're going to subtract 5x from both sides, and we're going to get 2y equals -5x plus 1. And then we're going to get y by itself, divide everything by 2. So y equals -5 halves x plus 1/2. And here is our slope, m equals -5 halves. So we now know what our slope is, and since we need it to be parallel, we will use the exact same slope. Now we have our point, we have our slope, and we're going to plug it in. So y minus a -3 equals -5 halves x minus -2. Now we got a bunch of negatives roaming around here. Let's just clear them out and make them look nice. So double negatives will turn into a positive. So y plus 3 equals -5 halves x plus 2 in parentheses. Now we can distribute the -5 across. So y plus 3 equals -5 halves x minus 5. Finally, get y by itself, subtract 3 over, and y equals -5 halves x minus 8. And we have y solved for, so we now have our linear equation that is parallel to the given equation. So there's parallel. How will we do perpendicular? Same thing. Perpendicular to y equals 4x plus 3 through the point 4, 1. First things first, get m. So our slope here is going to be 4. Nice and easy. But what is the perpendicular slope to 4? Well, like I said, we take the slope that we are given, which is 4, and we're going to flip it. So this is essentially 4 over 1. So we can call this 1 over 4. And then we change the sign from positive to negative. So here is our point, and here is our slope. Now we can plug it into our formula. So y minus 1 equals -1/4 x minus 4. We're going to distribute the negative 1/4 across. So y minus 1 equals negative 1/4 x plus 1. And then we're going to add 1 to both sides to get y by itself. And we'll get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2. And here is our equation that is perpendicular to the given equation. Last, we want perpendicular to the equation 4x plus 3y minus 1 equals 0, and going to the point negative 4 and 1. So let's get into mx plus b form so we can get the slope. First, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So 4x plus 3y equals 1. Subtract 4x from both sides. 3y equals negative 4x plus 1. And then divide everything by 3 to get y by itself. So y equals negative 4/3 x plus 1/3. So again, our slope is what's next to x. So our slope here is negative 4/3. And since we need the perpendicular slope, our slope is just going to be the same two numbers, but flipped. So 4/3 becomes 3/4. And since it's a negative, we want a positive. So we now got our slope, we got our point. Now we're going to plug it into our formula. So y minus 1 equals 3/4 x minus a negative 4. Double negative again, going to make it a positive, so let's clean that up. X plus 4, like so. Now we can distribute the 3/4 across. So y minus 1 equals negative 3/4 x plus 3. Add 1 to both sides so we can get y by itself. So y equals 3/4 x plus 4. And this is our equation of the line that's perpendicular to the given equation.